clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. All will be swell. $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell. Alrighty, boob tubes, another one of Kip's clips. This is going to be a fucked up one. Not only because remember, citizens, that's happening as always, but because I may have had too much fun in the sun last night and I've lost my fucking headphones, or they're in lost property in a number of possible destinations. Who knows? I've resigned myself to the fact I won't be getting them back. Jack. Anywho, the yin and the yang. And I try to usually come 10 minutes early. Oh, shit. The reason I try to come 2 minutes early because I want to get the top of the news. Right, and because of the headphone thing, this is the way the audio's got to go, and I'm so sorry, man.
Hello, welcome to 4:30 p.m. at Iran's capital, Tehran. This is Preston News. Thanks for joining us. It
is what it is, sorry folks.
He says that any military move on northern Syria would definitely harm Turkey, Syria, and the entire region. The leader says fighting terrorism is a must, but a military incursion is
running a bit like a madman before.
Ayatollah Khamenei also underlined the significance of Syria's territorial integrity. The leader said the problems in Syria should be resolved through negotiations. Ayatollah Khamenei made the comments in a meeting with the visiting Recep Tayyip Erdogan also said terrorist groups in Syria are supported by the Western countries, including the US, for providing them with heavy weapons.
News from all sides, the BBC's, ITV, that is, and China's.
The Turkish president has also met his Iranian counterpart, Ibrahim Raisi, and discussed a wide range of bilateral issues, including counterterrorism measures. The joint presser, after the meeting, Raisi stressed the need to combat terrorists operating under any title. He also censored the West's double standard on terrorism. While meeting with Erdogan, the Iranian president called for the need of bilateral cooperation on regional issues. Erdogan, for his part,
it's behaving, man. It's behaving.
Before the joint presser, officials of the two countries signed a number of cooperation agreements on expanding bilateral ties in various fields, including trade and security. Later in the day, Raisi and Erdogan are due to hold a summit on Syria with their Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin. Talks will be within the framework of the Astana peace process, which was set up in 2017.
Love the smell of pussy in the morning. I mean, napalm in the morning.
Iran's energy minister said the country is the leading power in West Asia in terms of electricity output production. Mehrabian says developing what he
easy for him to say.
Diplomacy is high on the agenda of the government. Mehrabian says,
listen, I'm getting onto Amazon Prime to get myself a pair of goggles. I lost my goggles and then I realised I hadn't even got a pair of like manual backup fucking things, man.
Destroyed power plants in the country. A report by the UN condemns
get back in the game.
Its entrenched culture of ensuring impunity. The UN Special Committee tasked with investigating Israel's human rights violations also criticized
if anybody's got any suggestions,
by the regime. The committee denounced Israel for the use of excessive force against Palestinians. It also said the regime forces killed 60 Palestinians in the occupied West Bank only in the first half of 2022. The committee also pointed to the increase in the sexual violence against Palestinians, saying the perpetrators often go unpunished. The report also criticized the regime for its administrative detention of Palestinians, the demolition of their homes, torture, and ill treatment of detainees.
I'm not going to go over my rant about Israel and Palestine and all that shit.
Amid a record inflation in some countries.
Crazier than your average Joe when it comes to that shit.
Offensive in Ukraine. We further discuss the West blame game in our news review program. The United States says that it will impose harsh consequences on countries that break or abuse protocols in international economic order. The Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, hinted that Russia...
Oh my god, what does she look like? There's a lookalike in there, and it's a beautiful one, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
The manipulation of supply chains in the world. The official also called for a united stance against Russia's military operation in Ukraine.
It's the haircut.
The U.S. accuses Russia of having triggered the current food crisis in the world by preventing Ukraine's key wheat exports. Moscow says it is the U.S. sanctions that have caused the crisis. The U.S. has also failed to form an international coalition for a trade embargo on Russia.
Salt in the wind, salt in the wind.
Economics joins us from London, and we also have Carol.
Oh, look, it's fucking Doc! He's going to tell us how the flux capacitor works. I'm sure.
I didn't pronounce your last name properly, Carol Burrielfer. But let me first.
Oh my god, I thought that was her in a weird. Oh, I need to clean my lenses.
In terms of the position that she has as a Treasury Secretary. For example, saying that Russia is challenging the world order.
The New World Order! You know how many people wet their knickers over that guy just saying that little saying? You know, it's unbelievable how programmed motherfuckers are. And see, when they're jumping up and down and getting manic and want to fucking shout at people in the street and all that about fucking whatever, telling strangers walking by you in the street how to live their lives. I get it. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Now no longer want to fucking throw my shit down anybody else's throat because I'm self-aware, I think. I'm aware of what a dick I have been, could be, might be, sometimes am. And all that jazz.
India is now trading in rupees. Iran also.
Some people just on themselves aware. Don't shove your shit down my throat. You're just shoving your shit down your throat. There was something in me very early on, man. Like, I was a rebel without a cause. The first ever protest thing I turned up to was the anti-fascists against the fascists. So I think it was the Scottish Defence League, and me and a group of us turned up at this so-called protest against them, and everyone was, ban them! Kill them! Ban them! I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, man? This sounds very much like what they're saying that you don't like, and now you're saying it to them. It was mind-blowing for me, it really was.
To prevent any re-election of Biden.
Up at Blytheswood Square, the real centre of Glasgow, the geographical centre of Glasgow. Although George Square has been adopted as that. The World Order! New World Order! Wet your knickers! I don't know why fucking conspiracy theorists don't watch this channel anymore. So come on, feel the noise. Conspiracy theorists, grab your fake snow. We'll get wild, wild, wild. We'll wear hemp fucking Jesus sandals all the time. All the time. So come on, be polarized. Left, eat the right. You know I'm right, right, right. Everybody else talk shite, shite, shite. All the time, all the time. See?
Creating a massive inflation.
Fucking same shit, man. All the days get all the like pure anti-establishment motherfuckers that are allowed to exist in Western countries and fucking stick them on fucking press TV. Where's they're all at Ryan Dawson, man? Get that cunt out again, man, so the wee pompous fucking prick.
The hard government policy, which started 25
Oh
years
my
ago
God,
with
man.
the eastward expansion of NATO, made worse in 2014 than 8 years of killing Russian-speaking Ukrainians. They've now got a policy on Ukraine which has completely failed. They're implementing it via sanctions which completely and utterly failed. And those sanctions on Russia alone.
Mate, go and get go and hang about the same toilet fucking George Michael did, man. I think you'll fucking relieve some of that tension you've got built up there, man. I mean, these people are intellectuals, and listen how manic they're getting. Like, they're not just like a fucking idiot that's been fucking...
From a unipolar world to a multipolar world.
He's not just some fucking idiot that's been mobilised because of an RT article showing you people in America setting their tap water on fire.
Do I laugh or do I cry?
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Oh man, I love it.
Ken?
Illuminati is on my fucking back. I honestly think it's the Illuminati.
EU Foreign Affairs Ministers held their last scheduled meeting.
Of
course, proceedings were dominated by the war in Ukraine.
Ukraine needs more arms. We will provide them.
Methods, punk.
We will continue supporting. And that's why I have proposed the next tranche for the European Peace Facility allocated...
I think everybody must be dead for yesterday.
Joseph Borrell has doubled down on criticism of sanctions against Russia and their impact on EU citizens. He has even written a blog on the subject.
Oh my god! He's written a blog. And I mean... There's the fuck up in the system this time. This time it is the Illuminati.
Experts warn things could get worse.
We've seen over the last couple of months that there is disparity, there is disunity. There is already an exception for Hungary in terms of energy supply. And
is that guy blind?
My worry is that soon as the winter sets in, there might be...
Has he got a script on his eyelids? He's like, Oh, I told you, you're fucking Illuminati, by the way. The scene that I was hitting millions of viewers.
Electricity.
Of course, the stats won't tell you that.
We need to end the war.
As the West continues
the Illuminati
to pump
again.
billions of euro and dollars into Ukraine, the country's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, is sacking senior officials. This shows the country remains corrupt
well funny,
at the
innit?
levels.
Well funny.
The Commission will unveil much anticipated plans on Wednesday, designed to ensure the EU doesn't run out of gas.
Normal service will be resumed tomorrow. I'm going to get on Amazon and get fucking earplugs delivered tomorrow.
Issued in the UK.
Woo!
Rapidly reduce climate-damaging greenhouse gas emissions. But,
as I said, global warming, y'all.
The new Prime Minister is calling into question Britain's commitments to reaching net zero by the year 2050.
The British capital is boiling, with July temperatures rarely seen in the country. For some, it's business as usual, a chance to bask in it. For others, a cause for concern.
I would say climate changing. Every year, it's just getting hotter and hotter. In other countries like Dubai and Kuwait, that's 50, 60 degrees. That's normal nowadays.
Well, that's always been the fucking way. Temperatures always fluctuated.
For example, and now we just
God.
we're doing something wrong, but at least the realization is a first step. So hopefully they will take it more serious and start actually doing something.
With temperatures climbing up to 41 degrees Celsius over the next 2 days, the National Meteorological Service has issued...
I hate to fall down a conspiratard rat hole.
...for much of the country.
Britain is a country where people are used to complaining about the wet weather.
That's what
now
I call them
this
now.
scorching heat is going to give them something else to gripe about. But it doesn't stop there. There's no concern about how these rising temperatures will impact the...
Me and my uber skepticism. can see why, and can see how
schools are only allowing early
global warming or the propagation of the fear of global warming could be used by people sitting at the top of the pile to make sure China and India, the BRICS, so on and so forth, emerging economies, let's say, don't overtake them. I can see how that's used. You know, we took over the world economically speaking, dominated the world economically speaking by going into anywhere we wanted, using anything we wanted, burning, shitting, thrown away, doing anything we wanted. Now you've got emerging economies, you've got better numbers than us, you've got more obedient slaves. Our economies are fucked. What can we do to put the kibosh on them? Let's convince them they're killing the planet.
Climate scientists say the next decade will be defined by greater...
And I hate to sound like a conspirator, and I don't even know if Hitler said it. I've only ever heard it on conspirator networks. But if you tell a big enough lie, everybody will believe it. That's accredited to the Nazis or Hitler at least.
Masoud Satayashi says that the trial did not follow legal norms.
How's the audio of the TV coming across? Is it pish?
He says that Nouri was also denied his own basic rights as a defendant, including the right to summon a witness. Last week, a Swedish court handed a life sentence to the Iranian national. He was arrested in 2019 over allegations of human rights violations against members of the MKO terrorist group. Iran has objected to the verdict against Nouri. Iranians are holding a rally outside of the Swedish embassy in Tehran to condemn the ruling. Yusuf Jalali is a correspondent who joined us from that site in order to tell us what is happening there. So Yusuf, tell us what you're saying and what the sentiments of the people are there. Yusuf, do you have my voice?
I can do that, can I? It's like Dr. Fox back in the day, man.
Connection. There's not our voice. There's no audio connecting us to him. So we will try to get him back a little later in this bulletin to tell us about that. All right, let's continue with the news. Muslims in Indian-controlled Kashmir have celebrated Eid al-Fitr. Festivity marks the occasion when the Prophet Muhammad, on the way to Medina after his last pilgrimage to Mecca, declared his cousin and son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib, as the right person to lead Muslims. Shanabat reports from Kashmir.
Muslims, particularly the Shia community in the Indian-administered Kashmir, have marked Eid al-Fitr by sending the message of peace across the Muslim world. Congregational ceremonies took place in different parts of the region as a reminder to tell Muslims to live in harmony and brotherhood. One of the largest gatherings in central Kashmir was attended by the leading Muslim
There we go, I just ordered some wireless headphones for the leader of the world, Amazon! And they'll be here tomorrow. What if other motherfuckers need to get their finger at their arse and start delivering shit next day if they want to fucking take Amazon's business away? I hate Amazon for what they stand for, but I love their fucking delivery service. What can I say? What can I say?
Eid al-Fitr marks the anniversary of Prophet Muhammad's sermon, in which he appointed Imam Ali as his successor.
Ali, up. Muslims must understand. Right, okay, we've had enough of that fish. Let's see what the UK is saying here. I was going to do the Sky News, but I've done the BBC. Because they're, obviously, it's like, I'm looking for the extremes. Sky News is the right wing of the UK. No, they're not, they're independent journalists.
After failing to vote in support of the government.
Come on. No one to beep. Boop. There.
Hello, this is BBC News. I'm Lewis Vaughan-Jones, the headline.
You're what? Today fucking Tom Jones?
Day in the
does
UK
look a bit Tom Jones.
Began.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Since records began, instruments remain the same, and records began 2 weeks ago. Woohoo! Records began in this winter time.
Absolutely necessary. NHS bosses warn that pressure on its services caused by the high temperatures is likely to reach a peak this afternoon. Elsewhere in Europe, the blistering heat is feeding wildfires across large parts of France, Spain, Portugal, and Italy. In other news,
see, back in the day, and correct me if I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong.
One MP who won't be voting is Tobias Elwood. He's lost the Conservative Party whip.
Four mean Tories sitting on the wall. Four mean Tories sitting on the wall. If I take my shotgun and shoot them up, another one against the wall, there'll be three mean Tories sitting on the wall. That's getting released next week, yo. Dropping it next week.
In the last few minutes, the Met Office has said that a new provisional UK
does look like Tom Jones
has been set with 39.1 degrees registered at Charlotte. Sorry, if confirmed, it will mean that they.
What do you mean I've confirmed? Were you cooking eggs on your fucking
previous record?
6-pack or no, man?
Was set 3 years ago. The Met Office had already said that last night was the hottest ever recorded in the UK, with temperatures failing to fall below 25 degrees in some places.
All right, McVicar, my man, method.
For anyone travelling through the zone covered by the extreme weather warning, and the East Coast main line out of London's Cross is closed, and there will be no Thames.
All right, McVicar, hopefully you're
running north of London all day.
Mate, you won't be sweating, man. See me go down to the bone. You're all good. Unless you have like a comb over left over. Comb over left over? That's the name of my haircut.
Go. 4 teenage boys have died.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby! Only 4, man!
Police and fire service.
Right, I was thinking about this when I was thinking about things earlier on, and what I was thinking about is like, see when you're sitting as an editor, like, see when you think about the process of how this shit actually ends up where it is right now in his mouth, with this wee talking head expert, so on and so forth, right? There's an editor, and this editor's obviously, like, he's kinda the conductor of the whole newsroom, but he's still got the fucking head honchos to answer to, and the head honchos are like, whoosh, X, whoosh, Y, whoosh, Z, and that cunt has to manifest it, and you've underneath that you've got all these independent journalists like, and he's like, no, no, aye, no, good guy, why?
So soon. Some scientists have always warned that we would do.
Which makes me believe, why are they making so much? I understand it's warm. Nobody's denying that shit. Do you know what? See back in the day when it was warm, it was good days for menchies. That's all I used to think, man. We used to go out and anywhere with a felt roof, which was everywhere in Scumbernauld, flat felt roofs, because the people that designed it were full of fucking acid. They're fucking freaks. Hey man, this is one of the rainiest places in the world, man. Let's make the roofs flat. Yeah, man. What we'll do is we'll incorporate the downpipes in the building so nobody sees the nasty pipes. What about the leaves and all that come off the trees and fucking like basically block that hole up, and then the water just keeps seeping in from all angles. Hey man, take another tap, man. Fucking don't put fucking junked up fucking LSD cunts in charge of your fucking designing your tune. But in the good where there's a yang, there's always a yang. And the yang was that you could go and make good menchies in hot weather because all the fucking fill tar shit would turn very pliable and with a wee stick. Even the last time I was doing, man, took my life in my own hands, went on top of some garages, and I seen an old menchie of mine back in the days. CH and plus KK. Booyah! Man, I was like pure fucking taken back to a fucking life fucking back. Woo, that long forgot, man. Anyway, sorry, man, they're still talking about.
Hi there, it looks pretty warm now. What is the level of.
Oh, look at her left bosom. Definitely. Her dress is hot. Got a wee flower where her nipple is in it, or is that her nipple poking it? Shit, did I say that out loud? But that's real analysis, you all. You know. Oh, she's definitely not wearing a bra, man. Hold on, this is like record breaking because it's hot.
Station in the
Hot makes people fucking act mental.
And that's because there's no trains running from this station at all. If you go inside and you have a look at the passenger boards, there are no services for commuters to get on. And what we know...
Alan, can you see it?
Because of the red...
Mate, can you see it? I don't know if that's what you're saying in the chat.
Now, earlier on this morning, a few tourists were caught out in the heat. They came here thinking they could get on trains, but they've had to change their travel plans. And many passengers have been advised
to have heat stroke. Mate, you might be right. You might be right. I did bake too much yesterday. Too much yesterday. I'm not even that red. I'm now going to... Oh, God. I'm now going to swear by Factor 30 sunscreen shit spray stuff. Couple of sprays of that, man. Keep me, Casper. Look, on the camera, it's Casper the Ghost like. In real person, I'm fucking Dago. Can you see that anymore? I don't know if you can see that. I'm brown. Brown in town, man. Is that allowed?
Rail track lines have been painted white.
It's hard to keep up, man. One week it's allowed, the other week it's not.
Commuters and passengers have been told that if they want to get refunds,
her nipple has fell right on that fucking flagger.
But of course, there will be some added pressure for people to try and get back on those trains later on in the week. But we'll have to see, really. Obviously, there'll be cooler temperatures in the next
my cheesy muscles fully exercised. But you know what it's like in this weather, man? I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. When I see you, baby, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Look, I'm even thinking of him as Tom Jones. Not in a sexy way, but just to lure in the ladies. And take the cream of the crop, and then I'll get all the leftovers.
I think it's very, very important that we think back to that. Balance. Risk.
Shut up, you squatter! Get out there! Get out of our house! Well, it's not my house, I'm independent. But get out their house! You fucking squatter!
And you keep our transport system going as far as we possibly can.
Yeah, apart from all the buckling fucking rails, because they're not built to... Metal not built to fucking... handle warm days. Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. When I hear you, baby, those lies make me crazy. Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I have got heat stroke, I think, by the way. I have got definitely heat stroke, man.
Efforts and walks of life and work. What is it about certain chronic illnesses
just see
that make someone
Glasgow City Centre.
difficult to manage in these conditions?
So, MS affects.
When
there are
everybody's
130,000 people living with MS in the UK.
drunk on all sorts of shit.
Many of them, over 60%,
Just can't get
report that
enough.
they do struggle with heat sensitivity, such as in the hot weather that we're experiencing at the moment.
Hey, come on, fuck it. Hands up if you're this is boring. They're fucking tits off you. Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Right. No offence, Hen. I'm sure you're well entertaining everybody else.
At the moment.
And what kind of...
It is also...
You visit your local lifeguarded beach, so you can go in the RNI, but
You can go in the water, it may cool you down. If you go in the water, beware the sharks! If you're in Australia.
to an emergency
In not
situation.
in Britain, but if in Australia.
Infrastructure resilience by engineering solutions. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Oh, look.
Having me.
So let's start with, for example, let's take
Does he get any
the
teeth?
railways. We know that they are at the moment being closed
See, Gumsy?
because the steel on the track can get too hot.
Thank you for having that.
Trains do run in other countries.
Prepare.
Temperatures get high.
Prepare.
Well, it's all about preparedness. And
You only got half teeth.
Because they designed for higher temperatures, whereas in the UK, when we were designing railways, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have the sort of provisions.
No, man.
Designs
That's not funny.
Temperatures like the ones that we're experiencing today.
Although I do think it comes Dracula.
Ha 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 ha. So much more to put down.
Imagine him in a fucking cape. A wee couple of white strikes through his fucking hair.
Woo!
I will suck your blood. I will suck your blood. Your blood.
So now we're experiencing.
He fucking does sound like Count Spunkular. No, Count Spunkular. Count Dracula.
Start adapting our infrastructure, including railways, in order for them to be able to withstand and sustain such high temperatures. The sooner we do it, the better, because it will cost us less, and we
What is he talking about?
need less CO2 to the environment. Because doing things after a hazard occurs, after an extreme.
Right. As I said, right, the BBC have an editor, and the editor's sitting there, and he's getting bombarded like Space Invaders with hundreds of stories, and he's like, ding ding boom 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 ding boom boom boom, deciding what ones go through, and he's the one that editorializes, gives the paper its flavour, its smell. I don't know how you would say it in old parlance. And that's what's happening here. The fact that we've got fucking hotness is getting used for everything under the sun. If I've fucking noticed today, watching the correction, having the news on in the background as I'm doing other shit. That's the reality. But it's like elevator music, But you catch the flavour of the danger.
In the UK, we're doing that very well. So, for example, there is an initiative on the Resilient Nation, which is aligned with the strategic framework of Global Britain, where we try to both assess existing infrastructure to make them more resilient to climate change and more sustainable. But there is obviously knowledge transfer between countries, especially at the scientific level and at the legislation level, where we try to, build and assess structures on the basis of sustainability and resilience.
Okay, Sergio Hospitals, thank you very much for running the program. Thank you. Now, Europe is...
It was such your blood! Your blood! It was such your blood! Like, man, it looks like my thumbnails and fucking things down there, man, doesn't it? It's like, alarm alert, reds and yellow.
Here in Western France, columns
Though
of
I do
smoke
it for style.
make this look more like a war zone than a tourist destination.
I'm not using MK Ultra
Firefighters do what they
out of
can,
a
spraying the trees
cornflakes
with water.
packet.
This nearby hotel, they put gas
Shit on
canisters
you.
in the swamp.
No,
to try
but they
and
were
stop
such a
this.
blood.
Flames are now threatening nearby homes and businesses.
Oh man,
So everyone's getting out
I'm
when they
suffering
can.
from heat stroke, man. That's what happens when you leave a Glaswegian out for too long in the sun.
Rang the doorbell to tell us we had to
I can't even tell you the rest of it, what's fucking
Took
happened.
something to sleep in, of course our pets, and that's it.
Ah, it's good, it's bad, it's
Paris in
upside down.
sunshine seems almost idyllic, but this heat can be a killer.
Crazy night in the
People
tin.
are told to stay hydrated. The vulnerable are told to stay indoors. And the images of what's happening elsewhere are having a real impact. It's true, it's not normal. And when you
Oh
see
my
the
god,
damage
why
caused
is she get the largest forehead on the planet, man? Her fucking, that's like me having.
have destroyed thousands of hectares of land in Spain.
Hello.
Here in the province of Zamora. And the flames trapped in what Miraculously, he was able to get out and run for safety. But even at this distance, you can see his clothes were on fire.
Yeah! I'm on fire! What song's that? Somebody needs to fucking get.
No one was hurt. It was a chilling moment.
I was not really amazed.
I love the way they just, it's like, it's just doom, oh. Just
like it can be a matter of seconds.
The most scariest shit. So the editor A-OKs everything that goes out, because ultimately it's on his fucking, on his watch, on his neck, on his arse, whatever you want to call it, on his back. So he A-OKs everything. And all the doom and gloom shit gets A-OK'd and stuff that tells maybe the story proportionally.
Right now, what's your response?
Sensationalism, man. And then they still try to fucking hide behind the banner like, yes, we're real journalists, man.
We're talking about, for example, drought. What a big impact are they having on that?
Yeah, we see, for example, unprecedented conditions.
For sure. For
sure. It's a large river, and for that to run dry, it really is. That's a severe.
For sure, I've heard this before.
Happening in southern France, but even here in a water-logged country like the Netherlands, we see that the rivers are providing us with less water than we usually have.
Yes, for sure. They're providing us with less water than we usually have. But for sure, we're still got water, but we're okay, yes. For sure. But more water.
Systems that are severely harmed by these lack of water and high temperature.
And what can we do to try and mitigate that then? If the rivers are drying up and have less water for industry, for agriculture, as you say, that's going to have hugely significant impact. So what can be done to try and mitigate those impacts?
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about drought is that when you're in the drought, there's not much to be done apart from hoping that it's going to start and rain. So the actions we should take should actually be ahead of the droughts and try to see if we can hold as much of the rainwater that falls in the more wet seasons like winter and spring. Try to store that water locally to actually bridge those longer and drier periods we have throughout the continent and to mitigate these drought impacts, basically.
Okay, we must leave it there, but Nico Vanders, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, just moving away from the heatwave for a moment, and a reminder that voting has started in the latest round of the Conservative leadership race in the last half hour. So that vote got underway. Very shortly, we'll go into the House of Commons live. We'll get more from our political correspondent, Nick Eardley. And don't forget, we'll bring you a full coverage of the result of today's vote live here on the channel. That is due around 3 o'clock, so a couple of hours away from then we should have the result of the latest round of voting for the Conservative Party leader and therefore for the next Prime Minister in September. Now, pay rises for 2.5 million public sector workers will be announced by the government this afternoon.
Woohoo!
Ministers will put up wages for doctors, nurses, teachers, police officers, and the armed forces.
In line with inflation.
Around 5%. Unions have argued this will amount to a real term pay cut, with inflation almost double that. And have already
Boom!
I'm joined now by the General Secretary of the Teachers Union, the NAS.
It reminds me of like I can pause this right in the fucking and we've got the Chiners later. Reminds me back in the day when and remember folks, stick a wee thumbs up if you do enjoy this shit. Appreciate the shits and giggles. But it reminds me back in the day when I used to they used to get all these experts on, they bamboozle you with bullshit, simplistic terms. Up a bit, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit, and then they bring in inflation and stuff. And now, obviously, inflation can be explained. It's kind of it's explainable, right? But what I mean in the sense that our inflation typically is dictated by, ruled by, and tried to get manipulated.
Until I actually see what the government is proposing to do. We haven't seen that yet. The government has delayed and delayed again the publication of the school teachers' pay review body report. And now, as we're literally within a day or two of the end of the term, the end of this academic year, that report is due to be published. I think if the government is hoping that teachers' anger is going to dissipate over the course of the summer break because they've delayed that report, the government's wrong. The reality is that pay is a big issue for our members. It's a big issue for teachers. Teachers have been tested to the limit, and frankly, our members are demanding better from the government.
What about the argument that in these inflationary times, we shouldn't be asking for big...
Oh, he must be one
because that makes inflation worse.
Implant cognitive. What is it?
Members are not asking for
cognitive implant?
Reasonable. The reality is that over the course
of well cool, isn't it, man?
Teachers have seen year after year after year their pay being cut,
I can hear
pay freezes being imposed, and pay
I can hear people
imposed on them. Their pay has declined by more than 20% over that period.
Ball deep in conspiracies, wetting their knickers over that guy using modern technology to have an implant to be able to hear. Something I like to point out, man, that a lot of people were fucking unaware of, man. Like, all this shit circles around, like, fundamental Christian beliefs. Technology, you might as well fucking fuck off and go and join the Amish. I think a lot of people would be go and join the fucking Amish, but they can't because they need their social media, a virtue signal about fucking how ball deep they are in the conspiracy and how fucking committed they are and shit, man. And people can't handle this point of view, man. Some people have meltdowns like that. I don't think I'm in a cult. It's not a fucking cult. It's not a fucking cult. Because, like, when you actually look at everything, man, like, what happens when you fall down the rat hole, or the rabbit hole, some people call it, of a conspiracy sphere. I love trying to say that with my teeth in. You kind of give up all your all your old hobbies, right? That's what happened with me. Tick box, boom. Your family don't quite understand because you try and box ticked with me, boom, done that. And just look at the you put particular people on pedestals, and without question, and anybody that does question them is the devil incarnate. Box ticked. And on a weird other fucking dynamic, I've had it also kind of flipped back in a sense, just because of the weird journey I've had. I'm probably stupid and as naive today as I was back in the day when I thought it was all about truth and all that, and then realised it was like, oh, yeah, look, here's anarchy, I love anarchy, man, I'm in the anarchy. Well, speak to the leader. What? You know what I mean? It was like, it was so weird. Everybody was jousting for position. And people were, me included, by the way, and again, I'm not, me included, and everybody was getting sucked down particular rabbit holes. So it was like the fracturing of, it was just, it was the infancy of the interwebs as being the way of controlling the public psyche. And we're all sitting talking about how fucking, have you been mind controlled and all that shit? And you're like, fucking damn tootin', man, and you don't understand that David Icke, fucking Alex Jones, and all the rest of the fucking independent media are fucking controlling these. They might not tell you what to think, but they'll tell you what to think about. And for some reason, you'll start getting fucking manic and fucking angry about fucking. I don't even want to say this, but it's like, I'm glad that we no longer need to wear masks. As soon as we didn't need it, I was off it. See if somebody wants to wear a mask. Batter in, John. Who am I to say? Like, I still sometimes, I found my fucking Grand Theft Auto gangster fucking thing the other day. Sometimes I still want to walk into a supermarket looking like I'm going to fucking rob it, just keeping people guessing. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want to do that. So, I'm not even joking. It's beautiful. Walking in with shades, a bonnet, and a fucking thing up there over your fucking nose. Can't you see a fucking thing? Reminds me when I was a young hoodlum. Used to have the Adidas equipment. Bonnet or whatever you want to call it. It was like a fucking ski hat, I think you might call it nowadays. And you'd have that pulled right down so you'd have your eyes. Then Rangers tartan scarf, which you can't fucking buy anymore. Fuckers. It was limited edition. Somebody else lost it. Anyway, Rangers tartan scarf right across there. So it was just your eyes. So you were like a fucking ninja. And then the same people that were dressing like that back in the early 90s, like myself, were then fucking arseholes are twitching over fucking women wearing fucking burqas, and as Boris Johnson, our ex-Prime Minister, said, looking like fucking post boxes. Now, you can agree or disagree whether they look like post boxes, but that's what Boris Johnson said. And that's why I want Boris Johnson for PM again, man. Want him back. He's the funniest cunt ever, man. We need him. We need Bobo back just for comedy value, because shit ain't going to fucking change. Everybody's just going to we're in a quagmire till September, right? So see, from now to September, doesn't really matter what's happening in Ukraine. Boris Johnson could send them the nuclear bomb. You know? Yep. Right, I'm now away to retire in fucking Bob Geldof's and Richard Branson's Secret Island. Ta-ta! Enjoy your nuclear war, motherfuckers! Woo! Yeah, baby! You know? That's a big possibility.
Right. teachers really do perform a really important role.
Yeah, teachers do have an important role.
It's vitally important the government invests
Sorry, Davo.
in the teaching profession and properly rewards teachers for the important work that they do. We cannot continue in a situation in which teachers continue to experience cuts to their pay. What that's leading to is teachers and head teachers leaving the profession in their droves. That's not good for teachers, and it's not good for children's education either.
Okay, Patrick Roach, thank you very much for coming on and talking to us.
We've got a fucking Roach on. Fuck's sake, man! You could have got somebody with a bit of
something like live pictures of an area of the UK that has set
Steve Stallion.
This is fucking Surrey, which has set a new UK record temperature.
Green spit Roach.
39.1 degrees C has provisionally been recorded.
Yeah, I'm talking shit. Thanks. Alan McVicker. These doing guys I'm trying to read. I can't read. 55. 55.
Yeah, not everyone expecting them.
56 coming up, mate.
Of course, the day will get hotter and hotter in all likelihood, and so that means this particular record of
56 coming up.
1 degrees C may not last too long. It may be broken again throughout the afternoon.
Mentioning you're obviously talking about Rangers being the best, most successful football team in the world, aren't you?
Thank you very much, Lewis. Undoubtedly,
when you're quoting 55, I don't know if you're talking about temperatures, but I don't think the temperatures are hitting 55.
The temperature colours change. It's going to turn a little bit fresher across the western areas.
You pretty much treble it, isn't it?
This afternoon, stretching from London towards parts of Lincolnshire, East Midlands, and Yorkshire. It's in this zone where we're most likely to see temperatures above 40 Celsius through the afternoon. Record-breaking day as well, likely across Scotland, with temperatures between 32 and 36 in some eastern areas. Pressure in the west, but this is where we've got some rain. Heavy thundery rain developed in north and west Scotland. Seen it already, Wales, southwest. That pushes across other parts of the Midlands, southern England, towards East Anglia this afternoon and evening. It's not going to completely cool things down. It's still going to be a pretty warm night out there, with temperatures above 20 degrees. Not quite as warm as last night. Freshest conditions still reserved out towards the west. That's on the western side of this zone of cloud from northeast Scotland down to
hear that, English bitches? Only 80 quid a night
through Wales, parts of the Midlands, southeast
for a
still hot here,
thing on a cold floor.
Much more comfortable elsewhere.
Get yourself out of Saudi Arabia for the night. Boop, beep, boop.
Hello, this is BBC News. I'm Lewis Vaughan-Jones. The headlines. Today is provisionally the hottest day in the UK since records began. Temperature. Charlton, Surrey has already reached 39.1 degrees.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
Rail services are hit by the heat. Passengers are being
hit by the heat, hit by the heat, hit by the heat, but I'm not on the street.
NHS bosses warn that pressure on its services caused by the high temperatures is likely to reach peak this afternoon. Elsewhere in Europe, the blistering heat is feeding wildfires across large parts of France, Spain, Portugal and Greece. In other news, voting has resumed in the race to be the next Conservative leader. Just 4 are left in the contest. One MP who won't be voting is
4 mean Tories sitting on the wall. 4 mean Tories sitting on the wall. And if my big dong was to accidentally fall, there'll be 3 mean Tories sitting on the wall.
Let's stay with our top story now. Of course, the heat wave right across the UK.
Of course. Oh, my big dong taking out a Tory. Ninja style.
Today, with Met Office reporting 39.1 degrees at Charlton. Surrey, temperatures are expected to reach up to 42 degrees Celsius as we go through this afternoon.
Right, I'm sweating like a fucking bit. No, I don't sweat, man.
Could see more.
I make like Zefka. The milk me for Links Africa.
Hi, yes, good afternoon from Newark Castle. We're here in the beating sunshine. We think it's in the mid-30s here at the moment, but as you say, it is just simply going to get much
Squeeze my
hotter.
tits and you get
Whether or
links
not
Africa.
that temperature that you've seen down in Surrey will be broken here today, obviously we'll have to wait and see, but it is absolutely baking hot. And the visitors who are coming here today to the castle have been trying to find shade. So I am surrounded by lots of trees, and there are benches under those trees, so people are taking advantage.
Take it away! Take it away! She's clearly delusional. Works for the BBC.
I've spoken to one lady who is visiting Newark. She's from just up the road in Nottingham. She
looks like a witch. Why hasn't she got shaved hair like me? Everybody should have shaved hair like that on a hot day. Hot day is going to happen. You know it's going to happen. We're told it's going to happen. You shaved your hair. Got the taxi driver look going.
Like everybody else. But anybody who has come here today will not have come
She's
by
got the
rail
Beetlejuice with a helmet.
Look
going. No, the Beetlejuice on the fucking
the temperatures on the track.
Bannister. Beetlejuice.
So no trains running on that line.
The snake
that will
one.
affect
Oh.
Newark because one of the two stations here in the town.
Oh, there's Tom Jones.
Network Rail have told us that after 8
It ain't unusual to talk a lot of piss. It ain't unusual. Oh shit, I'm going to get copyrighted because I'm so
might see that their journeys are
accurate. It ain't unusual to talk a lot of piss.
Disruption because of the heat, and whether that record will be broken here.
But you don't hear me now when I make a sound. To hear me cry, I'm talking piss, why oh why? It ain't unusual to talk a lot of piss.
Up and down the UK, and one area, of course, that we're fascinated in is how people can cope to different circumstances.
See,
Let's look at
I hate my pre-programming.
issues here.
I fight it.
Yeah, so rough sleepers don't have access to shelter, and often they don't have access to fresh water.
Research and campaigns.
And that can lead to all sorts of issues such as exhaustion, dehydration, sunstroke, and some really
Oh my god, I thought we'd get rid of this shit.
as well. So they really are very vulnerable to
Thought we got
extremity
rid of this
weather.
shit.
And what kind of
What the fuck?
So if you can
In any sort of long-term condition, especially aspirin and
Drink water and don't. Oh look, go get.
Additional bureaucracy
Right,
and paperwork.
I think we've actually been round in a circle. It ain't unusual to have to wear a cool hat. It does make you sweat your balls off and that. But she ain't got no balls. I'm not quite sure. But it's unusual to sweat your balls off. My oh my. Right. Anyway. Oh, there's something you won't hear. Because obviously, I say obviously. Militarily speaking, what happened in Syria, people would put down to Russia in their new costumes, let's just say. And their new costumes seem to do the job. And nobody admitted it. So Syria's been brushed under the carpet. Don't talk about it. But as you can see here, it is getting talked about because it's important. Like, and the same shit is happening with Ukraine, and that's why I believe Boris Johnson getting kicked out was just part of the production. And the production is to keep your focus where the director directors want it to be. And here in the UK, as it's transpiring right now, where do they want your attention to be? I mean, what's my saying? My saying, motherfuckers. Get cheese! Fucking, I'm pretty sure fucking some fucking delusional motherfuckers would think they invented that. But, see, when it comes to the Syrian war, it is just like, just nobody's talking about it. Gone. Done. Poof. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what I was going to say. So the COVID virus was cured by the Ukrainian war, and the Ukrainian war was cured by Boris Johnson and Partygate. You know, it's like like they don't tell you what you think; they tell you what you think about. So they throw all this shit into the BBCs, the ITVs, the Channel 4s, whatever, all the internet shit and all that. Get everybody stirred up, and everybody's arguing about party here, the party, and all the real shit's happening. All the real shit's happening. No cunts none the wiser. Nobody's even there to fucking batter an eyelid. Never mind document it. Everybody will get to the head. And everybody's so naive that they fucking think that fucking Bobo Johnson turning up and fucking sharing a glass of wine, Keir Starmer fucking standing in a window fucking having a bottle of beer, is a bunch of shite. And if you get caught, sorry, and I don't mean to offend, but if you do get caught up in that shit, I believe, just in my humble opinion, and I don't want to shove my opinion down your throat, but in my opinion, people who don't see that are just on the needle's still on the side of naivety. You know, they think the world's made of fucking. You know, they think there's going to be peace and all that shit. You know, I think like John Lennon nailed it. War is over. War is over. Go and read the small print. I dare you, go and read the small print. Think about it. War has been over for me for a long time. And then I declared myself independent, held my own elections. Now I'm a Lord Kips of the Clips. So it's about freeing your mind, man. And I always said that selfishness. I have said, and it made people fucking wet their knickers. They couldn't understand it. They couldn't get their macaroni cheese out their beard. And selfishness will save the world. So instead of bouncing about like I have witnessed people projecting their own Jesus on toast paranoia onto other people, and it's spreading like wildfire. You know, and then you get a big bunch of cunts fucking bouncing crazy conspiracies off each other. And like, no offence, man, if that's what you want to do, batter in. But don't sit there and call yourself free thinkers and open to all that and all this and all that when somebody says that it's a bunch of old men, typically shitting. Victor Meldrew fucking style, but it just was just relayed around the conspiracies. And I've been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and it's thoroughly depressing, and it's like quicksand. It doesn't make you go anywhere, anytime, anywhere quickly. You're just a fucking lead weight on your fucking life, man. Honestly. Right. They're all shite. Davo Rock. Mate, the experts are all fucking just picked and... Look, if you didn't know better, you see, who's I going to use there? What's his name? Shit. Who's the American dude that fucking pure snotty about 9/11? He stays in Japan. He's Native American or some shit. What the fuck is his name? Can't remember. I've spoke to him on the Skypes and all that shit before, I think, on the YouTubes and... Ryan Dawson. Is it Ryan Dawson? Sounds like a fucking soap. I mean, like a teen drama. Right. He's a good example of like Press TV. Press TV had me on. Enough said. Enough said. Well, funny man. Oh man, that's all you need to know, man. These people just fucking go around, man, and they've got big enough budgets to fund enough people, independent people, to go up and independently cover things, and then it hits the editorial stage, and they say, good guy, wank. And I think that's what people are unaware of. They think that RT's just reporting it as it is. They think Press TV's just reporting it as it is. And then they'll go, the BBC is just completely corrupt, man. And you're like, well, yes. Right, well, you need to understand what these entities are and what they're doing, and like if they are getting directed in any particular way and for what reason it is. But one real good example is when Boris Johnson came out and threw that teacher under the fucking threw the teacher at the wolves when he said that she was a spy, and then he had to come back out and go, she's a spy, you're teaching, of course. Ugh. I'm teaching people how to fucking take over a fucking country, you fucking dick. Real funny, man. Anyway, sorry. Look, this guy has a beautiful beard, but he's saying something really good about the Ayatollah.
Region is what exactly every member of the governments and the people in the region want, only from outside, which benefits outsiders. When there is disarray, when there is conflict, when there is death and destruction, when there are wars being waged, and we need to sort of make sure that
man, something really
local governments and local countries will actually stay away from those.
I appreciate that, Mr. Chaser, from the Human Rights Commission. Turkish President also met with his Iranian counterpart Ibrahim Raisi and discussed a wide range of bilateral issues, including counter-terrorism. In a joint presser after the meeting, Raisi expressed the need to combat terrorists operating under any threat. He also censured the West's double standard on the issue. A meeting with Erdogan, the Iranian president called for the need for bilateral cooperation on regional matters. Erdogan that combating terrorism is of paramount importance. Before the joint presser, officials and two members signed a number of cooperation agreements on expanding bilateral ties in various fields, including trade and security. Now, later in the day, Raisi and Erdogan will hold a summit in Syria with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, who just arrived.
covered the line for you a few minutes ago. The talks will be within the framework of the Astana peace process, which was started in 2017. Iranians have gathered outside the Swedish embassy in Tehran to protest the Swedish court verdict against Iran's national media. Protesters chanted slogans condemning the ruling and urged the movie's release. The Swedish court handled a life sentence to the Iranian national last week. Moody was arrested in 2019 over allegations of human rights violations. Members
Normal service will be resumed tomorrow or the day after.
Iran rejects the quote baseless allegations.
That sounds like a bad excuse, but I might. And I'm going to listen back to this and see how bad the audio is or isn't, and see whether I should postpone not the enforcement of news.
Basic rights as a defendant, including the right to summon a witness.
Mind Dawson.
Alright,
Cheech, how you doing? Long time no see, mate. Oh, before you keep okay.
Israel's human rights violations also criticized the protracted occupation of Palestinian lands by the regime. The committee denounced Tel Aviv for the use of excessive force against Palestinians. Said that the regime forces killed 60 Palestinians in the occupied West Bank only in the first in the subtle violence against Palestinian people, and so the perpetrators often go unpunished. The report criticized the regime for its administrative detention, and demolition of their homes, no treatment. Palestine resistance movement.
Right, I'm going to do that twice, but we're not. Right, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and do something more worthwhile. I mean, I guarantee somewhere in some fucking corner of this flat there is an old school pair of headphones that I could use and get away with using. But I just fucking would need to tear this place apart. I need to tear this place apart. To find them. Other than that, I think I've got a pair coming tomorrow. And the Rangers game's on tonight, folks. Sorry. Apart from the... Hold on, let me hear that. Oh shit, I'm going to let me hear the audio. I'm going to treat you a fucking dick. Real funny, man. Anyway, sorry. Look, this guy. Right, you can hear Matt. Idiocracy, okay. Right, that's fucking horrible. Not what I was saying, man. I was just laughing at the Ayatollah, oh man, because he holds all the religious gatherings, doesn't he? And everybody needs to go, ooh. So, to the uneducated ear, that's where my taking the piss comes from. But what is horrible is the audio. And as I said, man, I did fucking buy oh, fuck. Oh my god, man. Oh, I don't want to look at that. That's making me bleh. Sorry, man. Shugged me. Fucking on my stomach, man. Richie, hopefully you're good, mate. Was audio okay, Method? Could you hear the TV and all that jazz? Anyway, it's only going to be for a day or two, and then I'm also honestly going to get like a backup, because I just realised like when I might have lost them last night through having high spirits. I realised I needed a backup, man. At least fucking like, because back in the day I always used to have a backup, and now I don't. Oh, fucking hell, Shug, man. I don't know if you're watching this shit, man, but fucking hell, mate. Stop showing me pictures of your plates of meat, man. They're all fucked up. Oh, look, this guy's got a tash. He must be important.
Break. Of course, proceedings were.
Was he like, that's what I always think about Italian looking guys with moustaches.
Will continue supporting.
Hey, man, with the mama.
Why I have next tranche for European peace facility, allocating 500 million more.
Joseph Borrell has doubled down on criticism of sanctions against Russia and their impact on EU citizens. He has even written a blog on the subject.
I'm in one of those insatiable appetite modes.
The harm sanctions are causing. Energy and food prices continue to rise in the EU, placing enormous pressure on citizens. Experts warn things could get worse.
We have seen over the last couple of months that there is disparity, there is disunity. There is already an exception for Hungary in terms of energy supply. And,
oh, this was the crazy looking guy.
Is that
It's on look. Right, I'm out of here, man. I'm going to go and feed myself. Method, make it back up.
Why we don't hear more about peace negotiations.
Richie, post a link to your channel in the chat, mate, and I will okay it, and people can go and check it out. If you want to, bud. If you want to.
Senior officials. Analysts say it shows the country remains corrupt at the highest levels. The European Commission will unveil much anticipated plans on Wednesday, designed to ensure the EU doesn't run out of gas this winter.
Is that a metaphor, or are they actually talking about literal gas? You don't know anymore, don't you know? Back in the day, it used to be a metaphor, I think. Oh shit, man! I can't listen to this guy. He puts me to sleep. I'm not even joking.
That immediately after buying the last home back from his West Asia tour. Earlier during a press in Jeddah, Biden told reporters to expect
Catchy,
to reduce the price of
Alan.
in the coming weeks.
Catchy, everybody. Remember, stick a wee thumbs up if you do appreciate this shit.
Said any increase in production will hinge on
it's much appreciated. It helps the algos, and the algos, we will take over the world!
And then the warning for extreme heat.
You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Catchies! And remember, citizens, always subscribe, hit the notification bell as well in 1995. Plus, shipping and handling will keep you out of here.